you know, everyone has their own beliefs, but we can't forget that we're all still human beings. We're the same, no one's better than the other. My name is Edward Bixby. I'm owner-operator of Steelman Town Natural Burial Preserve here in New Jersey. Also president of the Green Burial Council, which is an international organization that sets the standards for natural burial practices. I became involved in the cemetery industry in 2007, but it kind of chose me. I had gotten involved in a family cemetery that had fallen into someone else's hands, and that's how I found out about natural burial and the benefits it had to the environment and the community. Obviously, the first definition would be, when people would hear natural burial, would be a biodegradable burial container, no embalmed bodies, no concrete vaults, no polished monuments set in concrete. It's to be environmentally sustainable, obviously, to go back to the earth the way we came. It's the only way that we've practiced burial since the inception of time. America is a little different. We're about the only country, really, that embalms people. Most countries practice what's called natural burial. Here's a really great example of a burial site that you can see all the plant life that we remove, we replant on the grave site. If that stone was not there, you would have absolutely no idea that that grave existed. And that's really what it's meant to be. And, people think that this is harmful to the, sensitive environment that you may be in. It absolutely is not. I mean, we remove the plants, we plant them back. They're native to the area. If you take care, and Mother Nature heals itself so quickly. It's amazing how quickly it goes back. These are very good examples of what people might choose when they come here. You have simple pine boxes, you have bamboo, seagrass, banana leaf, wicker, anything that doesn't harm the earth is unfinished, is sustainable. The nice thing about bamboo and all these things are they're sustainable. Mm-hmm. So, when you cut them down, it's not like cutting down a hardwood forest that, takes 100 years to regrow. It grows quickly. And, and it's very beautiful. The family can participate in every aspect of the burial ceremony here. They can carry the loved one back, lower them down, help backfill the grave. Price-wise, here in New Jersey, we have burial plots that start at $2,000 and they go up to $4,500 depending on size and location and amount of interment spaces. So for instance, if you bought a single burial plot and paid for an opening, and when we charge for an opening of the gravesite, what you receive is the use of the chapel for a celebration, a stone as the marker for the gravesite, and a native stone that can be engraved or painted, greenery for the gravesite to make it look beautiful. There are no other charges on top of that. That's $3,500 charge right there. To have a funeral director involved, you can have them very minimally, just say provide the permitting stuff and transportation, so you might be able to get them as cheap as $1,000. But of course, if you're going to buy burial containers and things like that, it might be $2,500. So I would say on average here, an average funeral with a funeral director is about $5,000, which is far below the average in New Jersey. To me and to the families we serve, is natural burial means a family can participate in every aspect of the funeral service itself. They can carry their loved one to the gravesite, help lower the loved one down, help backfill the grave, be hands-on part of the process, which really transforms people in many ways. We have had the pleasure of probably helping every possible religious, you name it, we have had those types of ceremonies. This knows no boundaries. This is not, a Christian burial or a Muslim, or I have buried everybody, every type. That's what makes it so amazing. And when people come here, I do have individuals occasionally will say, do you have a Jewish section, or do you have a Muslim? We're all human beings, and this is for everybody. So we have the luxury here to say that, no, we don't. And, you can choose a spot and be here with everyone else. And it transcends that, that it has nothing to do with that, which is great. What I love is to come out here and find my families. But I don't find them on the trail grieving graveside. Of course, they visit the grave. I see them with a big smile on their face, far away, walking the trail, giving me a wave. Hey, Ed, how's it going?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what's really nice about it. Because they feel real good coming here, you know, and that's what you want. You know, you want them to feel good. Of course, they love their loved one that passed away, but here they can come and reflect on all the great things about that person. So many people have regrets when people die because, you know what, I never told this individual how I felt, or you know, maybe somebody had an alternative lifestyle and they didn't agree with it. So, but they loved that individual. If you knew how many families came to grips with that here, unfortunately had to be at the funeral itself, but came back together and realized and said, you know what, you know, I love that person and I'm sorry that I did what I did. But it's healing. It's healed them. You know, I had a family that the mother, they had been Mormons and they had lived down south, and the mother moved to Greenwich Village and she was a lesbian and didn't talk to her family for 30 years. And they reunited at her graveside, and the son collapsed at the graveside, you know, but they all walked out arm in arm. And so this heals in many, many ways. The stories could go on and on.